And we're live.
Good evening, Mega City. Tensions on the rise as our heroes held hostage high and dry on the other side. Welcome to the Brockton Bay Book Club. This is your host, Alan, joined by Nick,
Hello there.
Jacob,
Yellow.
Hannah,
Hi.
and our producer, Michael.
Hello. Welcome.
This is the Brockton Bay Book Club. For those of you first time joining us, that we are a group of friends reading through Ward, a superhero web serial by J.C. McCrae. You are more than welcome to join, read along, and if you catch up, you can join us live, which is what we're doing tonight. And if you want to, I don't know, say play bingo with us tonight, we've got a link in the description. And you can add to that bingo and talk with us outside of the podcast by joining our Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Just go to Brockton Bay Book Club or Brockton Bay BC on a Patreon and just join us there. Lets us know that there are other people out there that enjoy this series and sharing memes and talking with us about that. But without further ado, this past 2 weeks, we have been reading Arc 14.8, I believe.
9.
Arc 14.9 through the end of Arc 14.
Z.
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 Yeah, a little bit shorter than the first half. But overall, thoughts? Hannah.
Oh my god. 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 Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, those are my thoughts. Just oh my god.
That sums it up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, it was broke a record and all that, but back half of the arc seemed to be more enjoyable than the front half, which kind of makes sense as you're reading through the arc. So I had a little more fun with these chapters. I think my reoccurring issue with Ward will always continue to be pacing. I mean, we got the confrontation moment here that we've been waiting for a while, and was great. I mean, just a fantastic couple of chapters to start us off. But that really feels like everything else in Shin has been a little slow. I like the interlude at the end. We'll get through all of that. But yeah, that's just been Ward. It's been a lot of slow build up to a really great moment, and I love being in those moments. And then we leave them, and it just sort of drags again. So ongoing issues. But when it's good, it's good. And there were some really good moments in this section.
Nick?
Yeah. I have to say I agree. This was definitely the better half. I don't even know if it was an even half, but better third perhaps of the arc. But it was solid section. We finally do get that conversation that has been building for so long. And there is so much more that happens here. I feel like it's kind of a double confrontation in a way, where they get to confront Chris as well. Not as intensely, but enough that it felt satisfying. Obviously not the end of his character journey, I'm sure, but like a good, satisfying, this is the first time we've really talked to you since you left us moment, which was good. And then the interlude was great as well. Great characters, great building. Yeah. Screw Amy. Right? Like,
Screw Amy, indeed. Yeah, this is another one of those arcs, or maybe set of chapters, that I remember being like a very vivid point. In a way, it always stood out into my mind the same way that like the Leviathan arc does, just because it's, I don't know, it's you and Amy trapped in a room. How bad can it be? Like,
Yay.
Like it is a sum of all of the fears you could possibly have as that character. And we've just decided we're going to force this confrontation. Like, what do you do? And there is a battle going on, and it's rough.
Mm.
So
It
so
is a
that's-
battle of wits, too. Yeah.
Yeesh.
yeah. But great introduction to this. Let's get into this. Nick, start us off with
Yeah.
that 14.9.
14.9. The group looks for a hospital and talks to Citrine. Victoria gets knocked out, is healed by Amy without consent, and they have a discussion about their past and the city's future.
Mm.
Okay,
Hit the ground
before we
running.
get to Amy's thing, I do the image of the group limping through the hallways looking for the hospital, like trying to read the foreign signage, and can't talk to anybody. They're like and pointing at themselves like bleeding. Where do we go? And people are like that way. Just so unhelpful. It's the peak. I imagine it's like the closest I could imagine it to would be like if you were visiting a foreign country and you were by yourself and you had terrible diarrhea and you had no way, like you were just trying to find any bathroom that you could use and nobody was being helpful.
Please.
Exactly.
Please.
And then they have that tough choice, right? Where they're like, Citrine's here, but she's only going to be here like 20 more minutes if you don't go talk to her. And so they walk in and Citrine's like, I'll make this quick. I need to talk to you, but I'll make it quick. You guys gotta go.
Yeah.
You gotta
Literally
go.
dripping blood all over the floor. Golly.
Yeah.
Jeez, the freaking wheeze. I understand you don't like parahumans. Like, I get that. Wow, okay. But like, someone's gonna have to clean up all the blood. If anything else, save Geraldine a moment because she's gonna have to mop up all of the blood. So like, someone just point. Like, you don't have to be nice about it. You can swear at them and point. That's fine. But like, what is this? Like, my girl's walking around with flayed fingers, man. Like, oh god. Yeesh.
Oh, the
Oh
fingers.
my gosh. Oh, the fingers. Ugh. I had forgotten. So when we like open it, they're like, okay, hospital, medical. Where do we go? And I'm like, what did we do again? Oh, yes. We were in a fight. And Amy was looking down from her high fucking tower. And now they're just walking through the maze. And oh my god. Yeah. I have a lot of feelings. I just don't like. Ugh.
Shin gonna do Shin things, I guess, and just be
Shin gonna do Shin
impossible.
things. Like, look, they're giving us food and like building materials, but like maybe we don't fucking need them. Maybe we. I mean, we need them. We desperately need them.
Yeah.
But like
I
maybe.
didn't realize how dependent. I mean, it makes sense. You just basically have almost nothing, but like, I didn't realize how much stuff they are getting from other planets.
Right.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
They said because it was like, how much was Shin? It was like 30% or something like that.
Oh,
because
Shin is like.
I thought it was higher.
I thought it was
maybe
like
Shin is higher because I thought Kite was
60%
really
of their
high too.
If supplies are coming from there, like 30% from Kite, and
Yeah,
then like like 10%.
Maybe I had
which
it
I'm
backwards.
surprised they're getting 10% out of old Earth bed.
Bet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Gosh.
Yeah.
And
That's
whole
probably
percent
just
from
the
this
stuff
ruined
that's
planet.
coming through as it's falling apart and people are escaping.
Right.
I
but
mean,
yeah,
just raw materials, lumber, concrete.
So when did the assumption is that this has been the trade agreement for like a couple of years then, since Gold Morning essentially ish.
Sounds
Supposedly.
like it.
Okay. I was trying to put the timeline together of like when everything started, when the goddess takeover happened, but I guess that didn't impact trade too much.
Well, I guess my assumption would be Goddess kind of brokered the trade agreement, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, 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 no. Goddess was a Goddess is a drop off from Cauldron.
That's that's right. But
Remember,
when did
she
she
gets
take over with
grabbed
Shin?
during Gold Morning.
That's right. She did get grabbed during Gold
Oh.
Morning, so she was in charge of Shin. Shin
Right.
loses Goddess, and she's trapped on
Yeah.
Earth. Gimel, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so Shin kind of has set up their own government. It's interesting that they're like, "We'll trade with you, but just make sure she doesn't come through the portal." I guess seems like an oversight, but
Yeah.
whatever.
What you gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it also makes sense that they've provided all of these things, and now we're pretty much reliant on them for a lot of stuff. And it's like you hold this upper hand now economically, that you can just decide that you're gonna, pull the rug
Yeah.
out if you want to, or make certain demands because like we've realized that
Yeah.
that we are dependent on them and that we would be very screwed without them. And now that we've gone through a couple winters and we know how bad it can be, we know that this winter could be very bad if we lose the support of Shin and the politics there. But I don't know. It
What
also
does
makes
Shin
me
get out of this? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your thought. It just
no,
occurred to me.
no,
I'm
I'm
like,
totally with you.
what is the?
It seems very unbalanced. Like
Mhm.
I don't think I understand what this was built on to begin with. Like if it's all just built on the idea of like, oh well, eventually you're gonna owe us and we want to,
Mhm.
leverage that power. Okay, great, but like that's not enough. To
Yeah.
be giving them so much food and resources, like
Yeah, because Gimel
there's
is giving something. I just can't remember what it is exactly. I think they even mentioned what it was, but I don't remember.
Alan, do you remember?
I believe the big thing that they are doing is that they like Gold Morning happened to everybody, but obviously Bet got hurt the worst.
Hmm.
So this is somewhat of a like humanity coming togetherness a little bit, but an
Mhm.
also, hey, you fucking keep the capes on your side of the
Yeah, that's right.
portal.
That's kind of what I thought it was. Is almost like, and I think there was even an agreement like they would take dangerous parahumans from Shin, right? Like if Shin had a problem with a parahuman, then Gimel had the resources to put them in their secret prison. Was originally the agreement. Perhaps I could be wrong. I mean, listen, the only other frame
Yeah.
of reference I have for trade agreements is Star Wars Episode 1, so I feel like if there's not a blockade involved, then I don't know what's happening.
Blockade.
Yep. Yep.
Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, it just feels like either it's just a detail oversight that doesn't actually really matter all that much, or it feels like they've got so much more up their sleeve. And like we see that, in this arc, they're clearly trying to play this game. But yeah, I don't know. It feels really aggressive coming out of seemingly nowhere. But like obviously
Yeah.
political stuff has been boiling and going on in the off stage that we're not familiar with or unaware of as of right now.
Yeah.
But like Miss Militia
And-
alluded to some of it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we can't ignore the fact that there may be some teacher influence where teacher has been pushing
Oh, yeah.
certain
Right.
factions forward
Yeah, for sure.
to try to cause
Sure.
more division, so that way it's easier for him to take over, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the interlude I really want, is a teacher interlude where you find out that all of this has just been gotten out of hand for teacher, and he's had to divert attention from global domination to like global trade agreements, and it's just killing him. It's like now he's just making sure the economy functions.
Yeah. Didn't know world domination would have so much paperwork.
Yeah, exactly.
Always does.
It's always the paperwork in
Yeah.
triplicate.
It's true. It's not the heroes that get you; it's the clerical errors.
It's exactly right.
The
Oh my
HR
God.
nightmare.
Oh god.
Oh man.
So funny.
Yeah, I am happy though that Vicky gets some medical help. Although the way in which it happens had me like freaking out a bit.
Evil,
Yep.
It's like,
sketchy doctor.
oh yeah, like, and you see it coming too. You're like,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
don't sprinkle the rainbow crystals on her. Don't do that. No,
A
Vicky,
little bit of
Vicky,
pixie dust.
little bit of that pixie. Oh my
Oh,
God. And she's
man.
like, oh, I can't feel my hand. Oh, I can't feel my arm. Oh, I can't feel my chest. Oh God, here we go. And then
Oh,
blackness.
man,
And you're like, no,
Yeah,
come on.
horrifying scenario. But as a side note, man, going under anesthesia is a great feeling. Like,
Right.
as
I can't say
Yeah.
that I've only ever. I mean, I
Ah.
went under for getting my wisdom teeth removed, and that's all I remember. I just remember counting down from 10 and being like 10, no, and then
Yeah,
being
that's the
gone
best.
and waking up and like sitting in a wheelchair in a hallway, being like,
Yeah. No, waking
just
up from
losing my
anesthesia.
mind.
Waking up from anesthesia is not great. Going into anesthesia is a great feeling. But I can imagine, like, if you caught sight of Amy, or your emotional equivalent of Amy, as you're blacking out.
Oh my God.
As an aside, there's this video of this guy. He's going under for anesthesia, and the doctor is like, "All right, bud, looking forward to your surgery. Getting ready for this gender reassignment surgery. I hope you're ready." And as he's falling asleep, he's like, "What? No."
I've seen that video.
It is that.
That's great.
It's that feeling. It's that, but like seriously, like that
Yeah.
would be the worst feeling ever. Of like, I'm now in the most vulnerable state with the person who
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
most afraid
it's
of,
horrible.
Right.
and
Yeah.
that sucks. I'm
We're
making light
laughing,
of
but
something
it's
terrible
actually-
because
yeah,
I
exactly.
can't.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can't
it's
handle
actually
the serious.
horrible.
Especially because she wakes up, the first thing she sees when she wakes up is Amy
Amy.
reaching out for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
exactly what you expect when you go under. You're like, I don't want to go under. Why? So that Amy doesn't get me. It's like,
Yeah.
what? And what's the first thing that happens? Amy gets you.
Amy.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Oh my God, this girl. Oh, talk about not following directions, not listening, not. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah, as we get in the conversation, all I
Yeah,
gotta say
yeah,
is,
yeah.
Amy, you had a lot of time to prepare for this conversation. Everything fell in place exactly as you wanted it to, and you fumbled it. You fumbled it.
Oh, yeah.
just like
Oh, yeah.
just
I didn't realize it
what
was
a
possible,
way.
but you did bad, babe.
Just
Real bad. My
amazing.
notes, as you guys know, I rarely take notes, but
Consult the notes. Consult the notes.
my
Oh,
note
got some notes.
for 14.9.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck this bitch up the ass with a rusty spoon so hard she feels it in her teeth.
Mm.
That was my note.
Good.
That was
Nice.
my
That's
note.
good.
Oh, I
That's
thought
good
you were
note.
quoting Victoria. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, basically.
Yeah.
Basically. Just
Ooh.
oh my God. The like, and she still doesn't see that she's wrong. She's
Mhm.
so convinced that she's right. It's like, if only you would just sit down and listen to me, we could come to some understanding. And it's like, bitch, what is wrong with your brain that
Yeah.
you don't understand that nothing will fix this? And you have, in fact,
You see,
made it worse.
when I touched you, I could see how angry you were.
Oh my God.
And
Oh.
I understand that and she doesn't get it. Like,
Yeah.
she looks directly into it and goes, "Oh no, this is okay, this is fine."
What
Yeah.
the fuck is wrong with her?
It's the. I keep
Ugh.
going to analogies because that's the only way I understand things, I guess. But there was this clip I saw. I don't know if it was real or not, but it was one of those like surrounded videos, where somebody's in the center, they say something, and then there's a bunch of people who debate them,
right.
basically.
Right.
Horrible format, but I love clips from it. But there's one where I feel like it's a girl who's like, and this would be Amy in this situation, where the girl in the center is like, my trauma is just as bad as your trauma. And the first person who steps up is like a veteran. And he's like, yeah, so when I was in the war, I got to see, I was laughing with my buddy one moment, and the next moment, his head is flying one way and his spleen the other. And it's just like, and that's Victoria, right? Where it's like, Amy's like, my trauma is so bad. And Victoria's like, you raped me. Repeatedly.
You use my body and you ate my brain. So like
you abused me in every possible way.
And body, Anna, as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
body, mind,
spirit, soul,
time.
reshaped her entire being. Yeah, no, that is the most fucking you could do to a person. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But
she started talking about being a victim.
We're kind of alike, don't you see? Like I grew up with a troubled childhood.
Taste the hate.
No idea what it was like to go to a prison where my dad was king and everybody loved me.
Everyone respected me, and not a single person went against me. And how now I rule a planet if I want, and I've been offered positions in every hero team.
Yeah.
And get fucking wrecked, man. What the hell? It's like one of the most satisfying things from the last arc, or earlier this arc, I guess, the first half of this arc, is Carol being like, yeah, she's fucked up. And we're like, yeah, no shit. Like, you spend 5 fucking minutes with the girl and you realize real quick that she actually might be insane. She might be so far up her own ass that she thinks someone has turned out the lights. Like, I truly don't understand the lack of self-awareness. Like, it's such an extreme. And then I can't remember if it's this chapter, the next one, where Vicky's like, yeah, I want you to be in therapy. And and Amelia's like, I tried therapy and it didn't really work for me. Like, bitch, try harder.
Yeah.
Crazy.
They wanted me to do things like change who I am, and I was like, but I love who I am.
There's a responsibility for my actions.
And just the amount of times that Victoria's like, Amy's like, what do you want me to do, Vicky? And she's like, I want you to die. And she's like, you don't mean that. You don't mean that, Victoria. And she's like, you felt it. You know it's real.
You read my brain. You know how serious I am.
Jacob, I mentioned it to you before, but Hannah and I have been watching Pluribus. And the main character for that has such strong Amy energy in terms of like, oh my gosh, every time they are proven wrong. The whole it can't be me. The whole world has gone mad. Like everybody's against me. And all the problems,
I couldn't
literally
possibly be wrong.
Right? Literally all the problems are self-created.
You are the problem.
Exactly. It's the Principal Skinner Simpsons meme, Am I this out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong. Just exactly. No, exactly. I always we talked about it a little bit when we were obviously going through Worm, but I always liked reading Amy's character as like the antithesis of Taylor, and she really does embody that, I think, fully. Like Taylor is convinced she's right, and she is, and Amy is convinced she's right, and she isn't. Like it's just it's a great correlation there, and it's just funny to read.
It's that mirror too, and I think this might be more in 1410, but Amy has very important information to convey.
Yes.
Yeah.
And unlike Taylor, who isn't listened to solely for plot reasons, sometimes it feels like.
For real.
Yeah.
Amy is like, again, it's that the worst person you know knows what the right thing to do is.
Yeah.
Which sucks because it's like, of course it would be Amy. Of course she would know, right?
Word.
Like literally any other character could be here explaining the problems, and I think Victoria would listen to her. Like Bonesaw could be the one explaining it, and Victoria would listen to her, you know.
Mhm.
Right?
But because it has to come through Amy, it's just it, which is why it's so perfect making Amy this villain of ultimately, and maybe it's a passenger thing too, right? We talk a little bit about passenger versus person. Ultimately, it's this perhaps Amy's narcissism kind of comes from this belief that she can fix anything, right?
Mm,
Like her power is a fixing power, so it's this inherent belief of if I understand it well enough, I can fix it.
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And so yeah, but it's that's why she's such a great villain, because she's like so convinced she's right. She has real important things to teach the characters, but she's also the worst person. And it's a perfect mixture for a well-written character.
It really is.
I bet her
It doesn't
passenger
help.
is just having the time of its life.
Oh
Just
yeah.
pulling
Such-
levers, just
Yeah. Speaking of
it's like a
pulling
little
levers,
kid in the sandbox with the little crane shovel thing. There's
exactly.
2 levers. It's I can fix it. Hold up, I can fix this. And it's full steam ahead.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Speaking of pulling levers too, it doesn't help that she has a literal devil on her shoulder and nothing
Oh
else.
my god.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah.
Jeez,
Dot.
little freaking wheeze.
So,
Dot.
we can
I
get to
was
14,
waiting
10.
for Victoria to grab, like, hold Dot and do the whole like, and you know, and you know, we've tried it's the whitest kids you know bit, and every time Dot gets hurt, Amy knows that I know that Amy knows that she hit my car with her golf ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
But the
squeezed Dot.
reason that Dot is hurting.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. 14-10. Just continuing the
Yes.
conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
go for it,
still
go for it.
conversation.
Also, some
14-10.
fun things before we
Oh,
have
go
a
ahead.
name. I think this is in 14. Did we get a name for Dauntless?
Yes, the Chronos
Yeah.
Oh,
Titan.
the Chronos Titan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big fun name now for a big fun
That is a
guy.
Great name.
Yeah.
I can't wait to
Well-
come back to that.
Yeah, we'll get into more in that in a second too. We'll just add in 14-10. Victoria continues her talk with Amy, drags Dot into the discussion as well. Teacher attacks the wardens, and Breakthrough won't be able to join the fight until they're out of jail. Womp womp. But yes, to that point, the Chronos Titan, and again, Amy communicating very important information. She
Mhm.
says, he's not the only one. There are others, not in existence yet, but like primed, basically, is what it
Yeah.
sounds like she's saying. Is like
Yeah.
there are other shards like this that are primed to explode. And teacher is going to try to make it worse and control them. So that's exciting.
You start with that, girl. Like when
Yeah.
Victoria wakes up, you're like, lock in. Here's what's happening, and then you earn trust that way. But you fumbled on the goal line.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
no, before the goal line. You fumbled like in your own end zone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You weren't out of the locker room when you
Safety.
tripped and bashed your nose
Yeah.
open.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the thing that annoys me the most about this is that she's so like she knows that she has important information. Amy knows that what she has is vital to humanity, and
Mhm.
as Chris says much later on, that she thinks it's the end of the world. It's going to be the end of the world, and so this is clearly incredibly important information. And yet, she's held on to it as a way to talk to Vicky, as a way to connect and build some sort of ground between them by holding on to this information and sharing it with her right now, as opposed to telling literally anyone else who might be quicker to trust her and listen to her than the person who would be the last on the list to trust and listen to her. But she does it in such a manipulative way because she's like, I know that this is important information. And if I share it with you, then this potentially builds well, what are we going to do about it? Headspace. Because that's what she cares about. She wants to be forgiven by Vicky. I did my time. Like, there's no amount of time, babe. Like, there's no coming back from this. Like, we've gone so far past the realm of her ever speaking civilly to you ever.
Yeah.
We've
Victoria's like, best I can offer you is a jury of my peers who like me better than you.
basically. What? Why? Okay, I feel like she shouldn't have told her about. Vicky shouldn't have told Amy about the her idea of basically handing her over and then them dropping her off on a planet.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a tough balance.
information. Yeah, she didn't need to, but yeah, at the same time, scares her.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
trying
it
to.
does.
I think trying to show her how serious it is. Of like,
yeah,
there are things like I don't want. She's like, I want you to die, but I kind of want you to suffer a fate worse than death too. And I love the part where she's like, my plan was just to push you into a portal and not think twice.
Mhm.
You're lucky, Amy,
Fuck you.
that I'm
Yeah, basically.
considering letting you talk to others and let them decide what to do with you.
Right.
Considering you're probably the most dangerous living parahuman.
Basically.
Yeah. I do love though how I feel like Victoria's really smart. She's like, I feel like I can't talk directly to Amy without like saying
Yes.
something wrong, but I want Amy to see how messed up she is, which is where Dot comes in as this perfect, like, I'm going to talk to Dot. And when you have this little gremlin celebrating how much you screwed up this girl, and you're
Mhm.
like, it's that perfect. I feel like that's the closest Amy gets to actually
good.
realizing I'm messed up, right? When Dot's like, no, she's like, she's doing great. Like, did you see? Like, it's
Yeah.
oh man. Like, I feel like for Amy, it's like the conversations she was having with Nilbog and Bonesaw. Like, I almost feel like although Nilbog and Bonesaw are both villains, especially Nilbog, considering how much he had changed over time, and in a weird way, it seems like it was getting better. I feel like those conversations would have helped Amy be like, oh, I don't want to be like them, but I did things like them. I need to acknowledge that I'm just as bad as them. Because that was kind of Bonesaw's thing always, right? Was like, Amy, you and I aren't that different, And Nilbog
Yeah.
saying,
Except
Amy,
Amy
you and I
thinks
aren't
that
that
she's
different.
babysitting Bonesaw.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She doesn't understand that Bonesaw's just as much checking up on her work.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Wow. My earbuds
Yeah.
don't want to stay in.
Like if she were to, I think as much as I would like that to be the case, if she were suddenly confronted with like Nilbog being like, you're really fucked up, right? She'd be like, what did they know? They're crazy villains.
Right.
You know what they
And
you know what
I'm
they
just
need
misunderstood.
what they need to do is like a slideshow with the three of them, right?
Oh, it's
Where
PowerPoint
it's like
night.
yeah, PowerPoint night. It's close-ups of things that they've done to real humans.
Yes.
But they don't know whose work it is, and they have to try to guess whose work it is.
Yes. Love it.
And it's all Amy's.
Love it.
And it's all Amy's,
It's all-
exactly.
It's all
The
Amy's.
result is it's all Amy's.
That's good.
Yeah.
So
I do love Dot's cute little pinafore floof dress that she's wearing and her little stripedy socks. I will say she's so cute.
yeah,
My note
yeah.
was Dot is a winner. I love her because she's not trying to win anybody. She's not trying to be diplomatic here. She's just like, I love my Red Queen and I'm gonna talk about how great she is. And she's done it to 13 or 15 people, and Amy's like, no, it was like 1 or 2, and she's like 13 or 15 people, and it's so interesting. And I really do like her as this, as this character that kind of moves the conversation a bit. And I also just really like her, like this little kind of weird pup little, I don't even know exactly, but I kind of in my head she's like the Zaboomafoo puppet. Not like an actual lemur, but she's kind of got this weird like Zaboomafoo-ish vibe where she's got the tail and the hands, feet thing.
Yeah, no, I can
and her
vibe
big
with
old
that.
bat ears but also has hair, and red hair, and I don't know. I kind of imagine her like that size little
Next tattoo,
Zaboomafoo.
Hannah. Next tattoo.
What a Zaboomafoo dot puppet? Weird creature,
Hell yeah.
right?
Uh,
Oh yeah,
if you
that's what
happen to be on
that's
our
what I'm getting.
Patreon, I found some really cute fan art that I'll post.
Oh,
of
of Dot?
that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. I really do need to see this. Oh,
So,
that's hard, but I
Horrible.
love it.
Oh wow.
It's
Yeah.
like if you it really is like if you combined a lemur and like what are those really creepy dolls from the 90s? I never had one, so I don't know what they're
Oh,
called.
Furby?
Cabbage
They're
Patch
like the
Dolls.
no. They were
Furby.
like fuzzy and they had the
Furby.
big eyes.
Furby.
Furbies, yeah. She's like a lemur
See,
Still exists.
Furby.
See,
Still
I
exists, by the
always
way. Savannah has a Furby.
imagined
Furbies? Oh,
terrible.
Yeah. Tiny
I
one.
always imagined that Dot looked like a combination of Raggedy Ann and Ratcatcher.
Yeah, yeah, I can see
Raggedy!
that.
Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot
yeah.
of cloth going on, but there's
Yeah.
also a lot of
A lot of rat.
a lot of rat.
Rat
So
kitty
it's like
Ann.
it's as
Ratted.
if yeah, like a doll made by Bonesaw and the clothes designed by Bonesaw. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take a Rattata and put it in a dress, and you've got Dot.
Yeah. As J-Man pointed out, Amy is putting off helping Dot's family in order to traumatize her sister again. So frustrating how much good Amy could do if she just wasn't messed up.
I think about it too. Like if she could truly let Victoria go, like if she could truly just put Victoria out of her mind, stop thinking about everything that happened. Well, not stop thinking about it because she should carry that guilt around for the rest of her life. But the idea of being able to like, I fucked up and I need to put it aside. I need to put her out of my mind because I will never see her again. And I will go out of my way to not be around her because that's what she wants. And I can care for her by doing what she's asked of me, which is to never see her again. And focus on what she can control, which is working on herself and helping other people and not zoning out in the middle of a freaking
Yeah.
surgery.
Stop
Like, what
obsessing.
the hell?
Like, here's what I was thinking with some of these surgery things. Like, part of me wants to say, just own it. Like, how many people, look, I've healed 1,000 people this week. If 3 of them get fucked up, that's just the price of business. Like, it's terrible, but think about how many surgeons, like, how many surgeries they do, and, like, you're still gonna have some go wrong or something just like, look, you want superpowered, healing or whatever, you just gotta know there's a 1% chance it doesn't work.
Yeah, that it goes
and
sideways.
It goes sideways. And is that due to operator error? Maybe you just, like I said, own it. You're like, look, small percentage it goes wrong. Otherwise I bat 99%. So do you want to die of smoke cancer? Do lung cancer? Do you want to give it the old Amy college try,
Right.
Slam a couple Red Bulls.
Yeah,
Get in there.
girl. Gosh, focus up
Yeah.
a little bit. Jeez Louise.
Like,
The idea that she literally was building ear canals out the guy's freaking head, so he's Swiss cheesing it over here. And she's like, oh, I zoned out. Bitch, take a fucking nap. What are you doing?
Bitch,
Come on.
put some fucking classical music on in your ears, get in the zone, do your thing. And guess what? Oh my God, she should be learning from her dad.
So mad. Makes me so
She should
mad.
just be learning from her dad. Look, I run a business here. You come to me, I do this thing. I'm not going to be helping everybody. Sometimes I go do my community service. Other times I'm doing plastic surgery type stuff. But I have a limited amount. I do that for however long I feel like it. And if I'm done feeling like it, I just leave. You just need to have that fuck off supervillain energy and own it.
Yeah.
She would be a better person if she was a supervillain. Instead, she's just a shitty person.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
true.
True.
Because like you have other villains like Midas and all these other people. It's like, what do you do with your powers? They're like, I make money off of this. I have a, like I'm doing stuff. Amy, what do you do with yours? I'm obsessed over my sister.
I've said it before. I think I've literally said it about Amy before, probably a month or two ago. But there's that, in my opinion, underused character trope of like the eternal arc of redemption, where you have a villain or someone who's just done wrong for so long, and this isn't done enough. But where they are like, okay, well, I have to fix that. I gotta do good for the rest of my life. And even though it'll never be enough, they have to dedicate their life to like fixing their big mistake. And like Amy is perfectly poised for that character arc, but she's not going to go down it because she sucks, and it's so.
She doesn't even take the first step.
No, that's what I was going to say. It's like what can I do to fix this, Victoria?
Yeah.
Dedicate your life to doing good and helping people.
Impossible.
I don't know if I can do that. It's like,
it's the sitcom character problem, right? Where if you've got characters in a sitcom, you can't truly have them grow and develop past their problems, because then there's no longer any comedy for the sitcom.
Right.
And that's kind of where Amy is she's the perpetual, like, oh no, I can't become better. If I did, then what would Wild Bo write about? Also, the meme that came to mind too in this was the do you guys know the Obama then perish meme, where it's like it came from this old like it's like this weird like role play text conversation, but
hey, I have to look this up now.
Yeah, but part of it at the end is basically like, is that you, Mr. Obama? Please help me. Like they're imagining they're like in a cave rising with water. They're like, Obama, I'll do anything if you save me. And Obama goes, anything? And they're like, yes, anything. And Obama just replies, then perish.
Yes.
This is hilarious. Also, the whole thing in the text thing back and forth is all in the like the ooh.
Yeah.
Like, hello?
Hello, Mr. Obama, please.
Please.
Oh my god.
God rest your soul.
Oh, that's disgusting. But yes.
Jeez Louise.
But perfect.
The then perish is actually freaking hilarious. It's like a slow zooming in of like there's this great picture of Obama just like
yeah.
And it like slowly zooms into the eyes. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Such a banger line that came from such a terrible meme of the like I do anything for you. Anything? Yes, anything.
Anything?
Then perish.
Then perish.
Wow. There's a really good moment in the conversation that I appreciate Wild Bo throwing in. Because I think it helps, because there's a point, even as a reader, as much as I was like, yes, Victoria, get it all out. Yes, tell her how she feels. There is a point at the end of the conversation as it approaches that where you're like, okay, tone it back a little. Let's get some info out of this. You've done well. Now let's move on. And you almost start to feel bad for Amy, which is good writing. There's that moment there where you do, and then Victoria feels her fingers and realizes that Amy lied to her when she was like, all I did was knock you out. It's
I have one too many fingernails.
I don't think you did. And it's just that reminder that even at this most vulnerable moment, Amy's still a bastard who is going to lie to her. And it was a really good moment.
I gotta ask.
For her own good.
Did anybody, for 1 second, think that maybe she didn't do a fucky-wucky?
No!
that she didn't do? No, yeah.
Is the sky blue? Do dogs wag their tails? Oh, I'm sorry. Vicky's passed out and Amy's not going to touch her? Oh, that's funny.
And again, more credit to Wild Bo. I think that's because of their almost conversation, whatever it was, 10 arcs ago, when Victoria catches Amy like trying to touch her when they're like walking past each other. Because like, imagine this is the first time in Ward they've spoken that we've had.
She tries to.
You might be more sympathetic as a reader to like, okay, well, hear her out, Victoria. Let's see where this goes. But because of that interaction earlier, you're just like, don't trust her.
Ripped up the goddamn floorboards. It was like a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's in the 2005 Pride and Prejudice movie, there's like this really cute scene where Mr. Bingley's following Jane around, and they're like walking through a ball, and he like reaches out, he's like walking right behind her, and he just like slowly touches the ribbon that's like on the back of her dress. And it's this very cute moment because like men and women don't touch, and it's like the whole like very Little Women, like, he has your glove, like this very like cutesy sweet moment of like he can't hold her hand, he can't touch her, but like he just touches the light silk of her dress, and it's like this sweet little moment. It's very cute. I imagine Amy's like trying to have that moment where she's like, I'm just gonna like fix her little fingernail really quick, and I'm just gonna like brush the hair off her face while she sleeps. She's so peaceful. Wow, my gosh. And meanwhile, like everyone, it's like in Amy's mind, right? It's like this beautiful rosy moment, and then in like actual reality, everyone's like,
yeah.
Because it's
Meanwhile,
so,
everyone
like,
else
what
in the room.
wrong with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like, what the heck?
And it is, you're right. I agree with you, Jacob. It is good writing because there does come that point where I at least felt some sympathy for Amy in near the
Amy
end of the
Blacklist.
conversation, because it was like, you could tell she was like, wait, I was supposed to tell you important things. I like, yes, I care about our relationship, but also there's more to this. And just I don't know, you almost feel like, that, I don't know, like, I can understand if you had the power to cure every disease and every sick person, and it was just a matter of your time and ability to do so. Like, that is a big burden. But yeah, like Alan said, if she were a villain who did good things on the side and just like had you know what, I don't have time to heal you today. Sorry, my 8-hour shift is up. I'm done. You came at 8:01. Like that, she would be a better person, unironically. Yeah. J-Man also commented, Amy casually mentioning she mentally blocked the sexual assault despite claiming Victoria would have all her memories too. Yeah, like just the problem is the layers, right? Where it gets to that, like, well, that person who you catch them in one lie and then it all starts to unravel. And
Dominoes.
you're like, well, it was a little bit worse than I said it was, or, it's, very well written. Definitely, it's as compelling as any good fight that he's had.
Oh yeah.
In his
Yeah.
in any of his stories, like, it's very well written.
It's honestly, I hate Amy. I hate Amy. We all know this. I loved these chapters because it felt like I really needed it. I needed it. I needed a little bit of the, I don't know. I needed her to get it through her skull, and I needed this conversation, and like, for the important information also, but like, yeah. Especially after the conversation with Carol, I really feel like we needed a conversation with the two of them. And so starting things out like that was...
Yeah. I want to know what she said to Mark and Carol that made them so aware of how off she was. Like, was it... My only guess is that the whole time she's healing her, she's like, so how's Victoria doing? Like, basically the whole time. And that's the only thing I can think of that would make them be like, oh, I think she's got it. Like,
or my conspiracy is true, and we're actually following a Victoria clone, and Amy's got Victoria still in a cocoon sack, and she's too afraid to fix her, and we've been following the clone around. That's my whole conspiracy.
Oh my gosh! Wait, have you told us this theory before?
Yeah,
I feel like I did, but maybe I didn't. That's
I definitely did not remember that.
It's been a
I have
long
no
time.
memory of that. That's fantastic.
That's
though.
my whole
It's okay, Amy blocked it from my mind.
Oh no.
That's my.
a
There's
good
no
theory,
way this
though.
is true because I know the discourse around Ward isn't too positive, and I feel like that'd be too good if they went down that route. We'd have better.
I mean, it feels like it would be something that would piss a lot of people off.
That's true. Also, it could be it would piss a lot of
Probably.
people off. Either way.
Yeah. No, I feel like Just as a future prediction, I kind of feel like we're headed towards a Devilman Crybaby type ending. Um,
Hmm.
just as
I
a
don't know.
basically where Devilman Crybaby. Well, I don't know. I guess that's a spoiler for how it ends if you haven't seen it. But
Oh, okay.
never
Tell me
mind.
later. Tell me later.
Yeah, I won't spoil that if you haven't seen it. It's a phenomenal show. You maybe should watch once if you can handle psychological trauma, but it's very fascinating.
That and a lot of
I've
other things
read
going
Worm
on.
twice. What do you mean psychological trauma? Come on.
Bring it.
I would say
on.
there, to me at least, there's a difference between reading Worm and watching Worm.
Oh,
True.
And
yeah.
Devilman
Oh my God.
Crybaby's a lot closer to watching Worm.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yep.
So,
Ugh.
anyways, have you not seen it, Hannah? I don't.
I probably have. Y'all know I have the brain of
At
a
least
goldfish.
the first half of the first episode, because I've shown that opening.
The first half of the first episode. That's very accurate, probably.
So
I
that's
don't
a
know,
lot of
man.
people.
Alan and I regularly have conversations where someone's like, "Oh yeah, this is blah 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 movie or TV show or whatever," and I'm like, "Oh, I've never seen that." And Alan's like, "We just watched this like 3 months ago," and I'm like, "I have no memory of that."
Don't ask Hannah if she's seen it. Ask Alan
Whatsoever.
if Hannah's seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Has she seen? Because
Oh man.
here's what's so great about that is that I can rewatch stuff, and I do regularly. This is how I can rewatch Criminal Minds over and over and over again, and literally a bunch of other stuff too, and not get bored because I forget shit every time. I either have it memorized or have forgotten half the plot.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm never bored. So
I will say that was the fun of rewatching Avatar with my son because I got to see all these parts
fun.
again. I was like, oh yeah. So it was great. Good time.
That's awesome.
Anyways, Wildbow did do something that I wasn't a huge fan of, but I think he made up for it by the end because we do find out the attack on Teacher has attacked the wardens, so we know the attack on Teacher is kind of happening.
Yeah.
Which I was kind of disappointed they weren't there for the beginning. He makes up for it later by saying they're leaving the prison to join the fight and it's not going well.
Mhm.
So, I'm happy with that. I'm like, okay. At least we're gonna get into the action, right? We don't have to have 3 chapters of them talking about how they're gonna walk into Teacher's base, only for it to not go the way they planned anyway.
Yeah.
Just shoot them straight out of the cannon into the action.
Straight out of the cannon.
I do. Yeah. That'll be a nice change of pace. These chapters do feel, at least the first couple of these chapters, like this really feels like it isolates for me a lot of what Ward has been lacking compared to Worm, which was that sort of central conflict. Like the central conflict of Ward feels like Victoria and Amy, and I feel like that should have been the running conflict this whole time, to some degree, or at least a much larger part of the story than what we've been getting. Because this bit is so good. The bit where they interacted a few arcs ago was so good. All of that stuff has been the best that Ward has been. And it feels like we're gonna leave this, and the Teacher stuff is kind of interesting, but I know it's not gonna be as good as what we're reading now. I shouldn't say I know, but it feels like we're definitely gonna get into something that's not as interesting. So I'm hoping that there's more, and I'm sure there will be. But I'm excited to get back to the Amy stuff at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's felt like I feel like one of my biggest frustrations with Ward has very similarly been that in Worm, Taylor was at the center of everything. She was at every Endbringer fight. She was, because she had Tattletale and because she was a major villain and basically controlled parts of the city. She had her fingers directly on the pulse. She was at the center of everything that was happening, and therefore was putting together the pieces because she was at, the secret cauldron meetings, and she was at, all this different stuff. And Victoria in Ward has not been. We're finding things out much later, or we're dealing with the aftermath, or we're seeing the results of X, Y, and Z. And this feels like we're finally at the front of something. Like we're ahead of the action so that when it hits us, it's like a wave and we ride it through the next couple of arcs. And I don't like the teacher stuff. I find it very boring. And I feel like obviously we've been leading up to all the teacher stuff and I'm very annoyed about that, but whatever. And like the fact that we're finally here when everything's going down with Shin and then also don't forget the wardens and teacher, and you're like, okay, I know we're gonna have to deal with this, so like, all right, but I'm gonna enjoy the fact that we're in prison for now because that seems way more the forefront of problems that are going to impact everyone else rather than whatever teacher bullshit I guess is important. I can't be paid to give a fuck. I don't care, honestly, if teacher takes over the
Dr.
world.
Robotnik,
Okay,
you
fine,
can
whatever. Yeesh.
That would have been an interesting time jump, right? It's like 2 years after Gold Morning, the story starts and teacher's just in charge and
Yeah.
everything. That would have
Yeah.
been interesting. Kind of follow it from that point.
I would have cared probably.
No, that's well said. I agree. I think and it's difficult, right? I don't even know how I would try to write a giant world in which my characters weren't the main focus or like the main, player in the world. And like Worm does that. Like Taylor doesn't feel like she's the main player in the world, but yet like you said, she makes herself the main player and like
Yes.
she earns that climax and conclusion of the story where she's the savior. And Ward has been lacking that for sure. That's a really interesting observation. Because it sounds good on paper, right? It sounds cool. Like, okay, you have this really expansive world. Like, hey, let's tell Lord of the Rings, but from a couple of the guards in Minas Tirith, And it's like, okay, that's kind of cool. It's a fun idea. A million words later, it's going to get kind of rough. You'd be like, all right, let's get to the battle, And that does feel Ward does have a little bit of that at times, where it's just like, but what if we were where all the cool stuff was happening?
What if we were following the ring, actually?
Well, see, there's, I'll reference back to Tag and Bank, the Star Wars comic series, I want to say by Dark Horse, that follows two goofy guys that just play the two background characters in every scene in the Star Wars movies. And they have a whole plot, and they are not the main characters, obviously, of the story. They're not a Skywalker. However, they are always there. They, in fact, cause things to happen that do happen in the main story. So you're constantly tying back to that. And I don't feel like in Ward specifically, like that has, like, there's not enough of that. In Worm, at least you don't know about things going on out in the wider world. So Taylor is worried about her own stuff, so that's what matters the most. But here we know that things are going on, like the Machine Army, and we have yet to.
Never gonna get to the machine.
yet to run into that. So.
Oh boy.
That's the last line of Ward. That's how it ends. And the Machine Army is
and then the Machine Army arrives.
Somehow the Machine Army survives.
They're still out there.
Is still out there plotting.
That's even worse.
Oh gosh. Lord have mercy.
Funny.
Shall we? Yeah, chapter
14.
Yes.
14.
Gosh.
11.
1 hour in.
1 hour
Let's
in, and
go.
we've got 2 chapters.
To be fair, those were the 2 big chapters.
The most
Yeah, I
important
think-
ones of the
Yeah.
for sure.
Funny.
Well, I won't say these will go quick, but I don't have as much to say about these. I'll just
Quicker.
say-
Yeah, I have no notes for the next 2.
1411. Victoria visits Sveta in her cell and talks about other asylum inhabitants and relationships. The group learns about an assassination plot against Armstrong and makes a deal with another group of prisoners to cause a distraction.
Before I forget, I can't remember if it's this chapter or the next one. There was a neat bit of world building that I don't remember being referenced in Worm or anywhere else. But they mentioned that powers don't work in space. because
Yeah.
the
Gravity.
because
And the
the
connectivity.
passengers are tied to like the planet.
Yeah.
Which I was like,
What?
whoa, wait, that's cool.
That's cool.
It was so
Mhm.
fun.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
The whole thing about like what's his face when he was building the base for the moon, he had to build it in parts on planet Earth and then ship it up because his powers didn't work on the moon.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that. That's so
Which-
freaking cool.
Which is very interesting
Ugh.
because it doesn't work in space, but it works interdimensionally.
Right.
Yes.
Which
Yeah.
is kind of fascinating
Oh,
how it works that way,
interesting.
where it's like, you can't go to the moon, but you can go to a different parallel Earth. It's kind of this very like
So fun.
it really is like if you had like a stack of 5 papers with a circle drawn on it, the shards have like stabbed through all 5 of those circles, but nothing outside of that, right?
Right.
Ugh.
That interdimensional kind of tunnel there. Yeah. I think that's in 1412 when Chris is talking about making a civilization off of Earth, but you know,
Right.
creating people
yeah.
to live in space and to survive the environment of space, which is also wild, kind of fun to imagine.
Very cool.
Yeah, 1411. I did like the beginning. Victorian Sveta. It felt like the right length for the conversation too. For once, where it was like this didn't go on too long, but them just kind of taking some time to reminisce about the asylum and other people they knew and like what's going on.
Yeah.
And then of course, oh man, speaking of like characters, I never realized how much I cared about Armstrong until they're like, "Oh, they're gonna frame us for killing Armstrong." And I'm like, "Well, no,
Yeah.
not Daddy Armstrong."
Not this
Daddy
man
Armstrong,
we've
no!
never actually met. And just
Yeah, he's
For
only
real.
been talked about, or maybe he was in one scene in Worm. I don't know, but either way,
He's been and he's been referenced so fondly as such a father figure for Sveta and Weld and Ashley as like this guy who's just kind of taken people under his wing who are looked down upon or who just need a father figure, and he's stepped in, and like the fact that he's coming for Sveta basically, and like I know it was organized and planned whatever, but like I do love that. That's like, and oh gosh, yeah, no, we'll get to Z later, but I love that man. Bless him.
Yeah. I mean, oh man, yeah, just the utter antithesis to someone like Gary Nieves, right? Where it's like,
yeah,
just willing to understand people. I mean, we'll get to his interlude later, where he is like literally sympathizing with the person trying to assassinate him, and it's so beautiful. But yeah, just I didn't realize how much he's one of those characters where you're like, oh my gosh, no way, like not Armstrong. Like in terms of like really minor characters, right? Like when Vista Fake died, that was a big deal because we've known Vista, we care about her, right? When like there's a bunch of stuff like that that's happened, but it was just funny because he is such a minor character to be like, no, not.
Wow, but took the last character that was just so pure and just so beloved. And
Exactly, it's like
must be protected at all costs.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, like there are very few of those, right? Where it's like him, it's Mr. Kaye, the lawyer, where
yes, oh my god.
Right.
It used to be Miss Yamada, but
Yamada pre-ward, we might say.
Pre-ward Yamada.
Yeah, pre-ward Yamada.
This is why you don't put your heroes on a pedestal, because then they can
true.
fall so far.
Yep.
Who else would you put in that category?
I'm trying to think of like minor characters.
I mean, Danny.
Right? You're like Danny.
Danny's
a bit more significant though than those characters, I'd say.
Right? To be fair, we've seen Armstrong approximately one time.
I think so. He was he met with Taylor once, right?
That is right. He was on the board determining whether or not Taylor would go back to prison or become a Chicago ward.
A ward, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think he was one of the people that like, we go
give her a shot. Yeah.
Give her another chance. Yeah.
Oh, bless him. The people that we've said, by the way, so far, every single one of them has been unpowered.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think that's part of what makes them endearing, right? Is they feel more vulnerable, maybe. Like they're
coil sniper.
Coil
putting themselves on the front line, knowing that they have magical defenses. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. Like, you're willing to put
Yeah.
yourself out there and like stand on principle for the things that you
Yeah.
believe, even though you have no powers to back it up. Like,
Right
Oh.
on.
Jacob, I'm just imagining you as the Darth Vader meme. It's like post Gold Morning. It's like, where is Coil Sniper? Is he alive? Is he safe?
Is he safe? I just need to know.
he's safe.
He's got to be somewhere on his next assignment.
All we care
Yeah.
about, really.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Exactly. Yeah,
Oh my
I'm trying
gosh.
to think if there
Do
are
we need
any
a T-shirt that says "Coil Sniper Shot First"?
That's-
That's good. I like that.
Maybe. I don't
like
know.
that.
The word sniper and shot on a T-shirt. I don't know if I want to wear
Not
that.
great. No, not great. We'll workshop it.
Yeah,
Don't worry
we'll
about it.
workshop it. It's a good idea,
We'll
though.
workshop it.
We'll workshop that one.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
this day and age, it's perhaps not the best thing.
Yeah, it's
Work
like, I feel like there's like an image
Yeah.
issue maybe, but it's alright.
Yeah,
We'll
there's
get
a
there.
maybe. Yeah.
Snipers on roofs are sensitive subjects nowadays.
Yeah,
so-
no, understandable. These are dark times.
I'm trying to think
yeah,
of.
no,
I am
I'll-
trying to think though of who else would be in that category, right? Like of really minor characters who we've really enjoyed for whatever reason, and would be heartbroken if something terrible happened to them.
Yeah. gosh.
There really aren't many others
I mean,
that I can think of.
of powered, you could throw in a few capes. Like, I mean, we really have seen Narwhal for all of like half a chapter.
yeah.
True.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
that
Characters
kinda-
like Narwhal.
yeah.
I
do
would
love
say like
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie is
Yeah.
another one.
Valkyrie, I
But
feel
yeah,
like
I think
is gonna have
the unpowered though. The
some-
unpowered are the interesting ones where it's like
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
the ones who,
Natalie.
again,
We've seen a lot
Natalie.
of Natalie.
Yeah,
but
Natalie.
yeah,
I've-
we've
protect
seen a lot
her.
of Natalie. Or what's
Yeah.
I always forget her name. I mean, Laser Dream,
Her
but who's
off-screen boyfriend.
who's what's
Crystal?
her Crystal? Yeah.
Yeah.
The cousin.
Yeah, the
Yeah, the
cousin.
cousin.
Yeah.
Julian says
It's
Sierra
such
and
Supergirl
Charlotte.
vibes.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Oh,
like Sierra,
yes.
Charlotte, and Forrest. Yeah, Sierra,
Absolutely.
Charlotte, and
Oh,
Forrest are
Forrest,
definitely
right.
three. I'd
Oh
be like-
yes, blast.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
again, we haven't seen like any of them in Ward, but if we found out like, oh no, something happened to Charlotte and Forrest, I'd be like,
I'd be
No.
so
Yeah.
sad.
No. Yeah, exactly.
No. I mean, yeah, Natalie. If anything happened to Natalie, I would be really upset, especially after the chapter with her and Kenzie holding off the punks.
yeah, that
Yeah,
chapter definitely
right.
solidified her. as a-
Natalie
Good in the
earned
group.
her stripes after that one.
Yeah,
She
yeah, for
Did
sure.
indeed.
Yeah, we'll get to some
And
Natalie.
she's got a
talk
boo
in
thing.
interlude. Yeah.
And she's got a boo thing.
Gotta protect her and her boo thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I do like they make a deal with the group of prisoners. Be like,
Oh, yeah.
I did just watch Avatar, so the scene comes up where they're like, we need to start a prison riot. And he like goes up to the guy and he's like, how do you start a prison riot? He's like, oh, I'll show you a prison riot. And he
Yup.
just picks up a guy and goes, riot. Like-
Amazing. Amazing.
That's great.
So funny.
No, what does he say? They're talking about, is it here that he's asking him about like different groups of people, and he's like, oh yes, they fuck dogs. we will go for them. It's like, and that's probably an idiom. And then he's like,
No, they fucked up.
oh, maybe not. I don't know. Some weirdness.
maybe
Ugh.
not. Would you like?
Maybe
no.
not.
God.
Oh my gosh.
Mm,
Yeah.
Rachel would be unhappy.
Oh,
She'd
She'd
very.
have words. She'd have
So
words.
many words.
I'm unhappy.
throwing-
What do you
Well, no,
mean
she
Rachel
wouldn't-
would be
she
I
unhappy?
was
wouldn't
gonna say,
have
she wouldn't have
words.
words.
She wouldn't have words.
Yeah, no words.
She would have.
Just
She would
teeth,
have words for her
Teeth.
dogs, and those words would be like attack. You know.
attack, bite, hold,
Mm,
Yeah.
rip,
yeah.
play. Like, all right.
Mhm, mhm,
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Oh, I
Rachel.
miss Rachel. We
Gosh.
need more Rachel.
mhm.
Amen.
I know. I was just thinking it. Every time we have any of the Undersiders on screen, I'm like, finally.
Yeah.
Where's
exactly.
Saddletail during a diplomatic talk when you need her? Golly, where was
Yeah.
she? Who's
Need
she
more.
not here?
The Kylo Ren meme, that just the more.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
yelling.
We just, we got Imp, we've got Tattletale, we've had Rachel, and Hannah, I know you're looking forward to seeing Gru again, and like,
Listen. He's
When he gets back
in
from
that
the cabin.
cabin. I need him to stay there.
He gets back from that cabin. He's
Cabin trip.
Oh my gosh. Like he's roasting marshmallows. He's having a grand old time. I don't want to talk about it.
Hey, I mean, there's
Yeah.
got to be an alternate Earth crew out there somewhere.
There you go. That's true.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes, he's in
Um,
a cabin. I
Yeah.
stand on this.
with
Another
Chesapeake.
great t-shirt. Bruce still at the cabin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
J-Man did mention as an aside, very excited for the Avatar fighting game. It's only $30. I didn't know it was only $30. That is exciting.
A tempting price.
And yes, I too am excited. Oh, that's a hard question, J-Man. What characters would y'all want in a Worm Ward fighting game?
Oh my gosh.
Can we just do the Super Smash Brothers Ultimate? Everybody's here,
Give
where
me
it's
all
like
of them. Well, yeah.
1,000 characters. No, we can. You know what? Maybe if we have time, we can save that for the end, or we could even talk about like maybe that could be a Patreon thing too at some point.
Yeah,
'cause
I was
that's
about
a
to say that would be a
Patreon
great
content.
Patreon
How
conversation.
actually, as a great question, how would you translate Worm Ward into other like media forms
Right.
besides
Yeah.
like movies? So like a fighting game would be great.
Oh,
I've tried to conceptualize like custom magic cards for Worm characters.
so fun.
You know,
Nerd.
so stuff like that. Yeah, hey,
You fucking nerd.
it's true. It's true. What can I say? Um,
Yeah.
Golem would be great in a fighting game. Anyways, getting off topic.
Yeah, we'll
Um,
definitely revisit that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Top would definitely be Narwhal because she'd have that annoying ranged attack where she just throws.
I was
all
just
the
about to
great-
say we gotta have
Oh,
Narwhal
like,
on the lineup.
the tiniest chip damage, but stuns you just enough so you can't move for a second, and she's just like cat the whole time.
Just imagining I'm just imagining like a perdition ability that just sets your character back to where they were, and they
Yeah,
just keep
yeah.
spamming that over and over
That'd
again.
be great.
Doesn't do any damage. It just keeps moving you back.
Just sits him back.
Like,
Yeah.
great, you mean
Yeah.
awful.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh man, a worm fighting game would go hard.
Yeah, well,
Anyways, I could think about that for way too long. All right. Anything else on 1411? We ready to go to 1412? The run from Chris.
yeah, 14.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, let's
I
do
got
it.
some Chris thoughts.
1412. The team runs from Chris and tries to stop Armstrong from being killed. Chris catches up and is a jerk to everyone. The group beats up Cole Belcher and Cryptid. Chris lies to the guards. I do. Go ahead.
No,
David.
you go ahead.
I was just gonna say I do love the plan where they're like, we can't get to Armstrong directly. There's too much in the way. What can we do to save him? And I love that the best they can come up with is we can send him a text and let him know it's coming, and hope that's enough. No. I was very scared for him. Honestly, I was
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
very scared
Yep.
for Armstrong.
Oh yeah.
Like,
No,
this is the best you
especially
guys can come up with. Is send him a
once-
text.
Once the interlude started and it was Armstrong, I was like, oh, we're getting his last moments. We got an interlude.
Yeah. Yep.
Like,
I was
Just
thinking
in
the same thing.
time to
yeah.
He
was
was
like,
3
wow,
days
Bo
away
couldn't-
from retiring.
Exactly.
Damn it.
No, there's a there's a really stupid thing here. So one of my favorite little like subgenres of nitpicky critical media analysis is when you like hone in on something really, really stupid from like a production standpoint. So like for example, at the end of Rogue One, right? The great Vader hallway scene. Vader comes clean out of the darkness. His chest lights are off. But that's his
Mhm.
life support system, which means that he shut off his life support system just to be extra intimidating in that scene. Like it's
Hell
great.
yeah.
It's great.
Just the aura farm.
I mean,
Yeah, just to
basically,
bother.
It
we love
works.
that.
Sometimes
bro.
you
That's
hold
the
your
best
breath when
scene.
you're hiding behind the door, and then
Exactly. It's great.
We
So
playing hide and go seek.
in the same way, there's a moment in the fight with Chris where Victoria mentions he's like, because he's injecting himself and all this kind of stuff. She's like, I heard another syringe hit flesh. As I forget what the thing went on, and I thought to myself, syringes don't make a sound when they hit flesh, like they do in cartoons, but not in real life. Like it's a syringe. So that means that Chris specifically engineered his syringes with the cartoonish ability to make the sound of a syringe hitting
Oh my
flesh
God.
just for
Also,
the aura of it.
I would love to. I'm
So
gonna do
funny.
this as close to the mic as I possibly can. This is a pincushion filled with beans, so
Okay,
it
everyone
will be
quiet.
louder. And this will be a pin. Okay.
Nothing.
No?
No,
Nothing.
I
Yeah.
think it's more so.
And it's
Was
full
it
of
the?
beans!
Did they say the syringe hitting flesh or the syringe like injecting?
Either way, tell me what part of
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
process makes a sound.
I think you know what I think
Neither.
it is. It's like those steampunk devices. It's more like the sound of it, like the like a pneumatic pump,
Yeah.
like a pneumatic
It's
pump
the thing
sound. Yeah,
forcing the syringe like to. So it's
yeah,
this
exactly.
pump back here, not the syringe entering, not the plunger going down. It's
Oh,
the mechanical part that
Is that what it
pushes the
says?
plunger.
So he's got one of the Mission Impossible 3 or Mission Impossible 2 the virus guns, right? The little pop syringe
Right,
guns. Is that
right.
what it is?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, it could be pressurized. It could be pneumatic, in which case you would hear the like.
He's got like a hydraulic
Probably.
press, or not a hydraulic press, but like he's got like a hydraulic pump.
He's got an air gun. He's got
yeah,
he's
got
like
like
a
a
nail
air
gun.
gun.
He's got like a yeah.
She's just like
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
yeah,
blow
yeah,
gun.
exactly.
Yeah,
I
if it goes
stand-
in instantaneously and like
blows
fires
himself.
the whole dosage right away, then
Yeah.
it would be like a nail gun, like a tukunk.
Yeah.
But if it was like a slow push, like you should be doing a syringe, then it would be like probably like an.
Either way, I stand by.
DW40. If it's that goddamn loud, jeez.
That's just the
Louise.
sound of the electrical motor pushing the hydraulic fluid to
Right.
push inwards.
Mute him? I'm using
Exactly.
your logic.
I prefer
No,
that
because
it's
I mean,
a-
remember,
a Tinker syringe.
it's a Tinker syringe that he engineered to make sounds. Because remember, the whole point with
Exactly.
Chris is that he was hiding all of that initially, and you didn't know that he was just injecting himself. So we knew it could be silent, but now he's made it loud.
He's
That's
made
all.
it loud on purpose.
I
Made it
love
loud on purpose.
I love it.
Oh gosh.
Great point.
But a fun little fight.
I do. Yeah.
Chris is
I-
a bastard.
Chris, God, Chris, jeez Louise. I feel like Chris is like such the classic like kid who thinks they're an adult, and they've got all like the cocky ego of a stupid fucking kid who's not an adult, and like technically he is an adult, and
Mhm.
yet still has all the cockiness of a dumb teenager, a dumb teenage boy. I'll even say sorry. The just like the stupid I can't like oh my god he's so mouthy too, like he makes me so mad. He's just such a dumb kid, like ugh. And he's and his
Like
whole thing
he's
with Ashley.
definitionally a teenage dirtbag, but
Yeah,
who
yeah,
has like good
basically.
grades.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's like really
Like,
good at
quick-
science and like
Why are you smoking
nerd.
cigarettes? Because you told me not to.
Yeah.
gosh.
Chris, if you
Yeah.
would
Like,
just
this whole
not
thing
smoke
about, like-
cigarettes, you'd be valid Victorian.
Yeah, and like, but like his whole thing with Ashley, he's like, huh, I figured you out. Like you're just such hypocrites. Like, stupid boy. Like, what are you talking about? He's like,
Ugh.
I figured you out, and like you're just afraid. Like you're just pretending. What does he say to her? What's the word?
If you could pick one word to describe,
Oh yeah, if you could pick one
Ashley,
word
what
to
would it
describe.
be?
If you were one kitchen instrument, what would you be? Like if you were a kitchen utensil, what would you
to
call
be
her?
fair, I think he
God
calls
damn.
it. I think he
think
nails
he's-
it. However, he forgot the golden rule when it comes to like calling people out. It's who the fuck cares? Yes, if you
Yeah.
could describe Ashley
yeah.
in one word that isn't just theater kid with explosives, it is facade. She's her whole personality
Facade,
is
that's what
like
it is.
all a facade.
Yeah.
Which could be accurate. But who fucking cares?
Right.
Ugh. He's so smug. Like, dude, you're not that cool. Please stop. Golly.
You're not like
Oh,
rain cool.
Yeah, you're not like.
The worst insult
Ain't
you
nobody.
could give him.
Ain't nobody got rain,
Yeah,
riz
you
like
hate
rain. Let me tell
Yeah,
you.
my God.
Nobody
All
got
the-
dripped like rain.
All right, that's it, folks. Good night.
Good night. The
Mm.
whole I will say the whole thing. I kind of said this earlier, but the whole thing with them like trying to figure out what they're gonna do. They're like, we could go talk to him. We could go talk to. Oh my God.
Armstrong.
Yes, thank you. We go talk to Armstrong, and they're like, no. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to storage. We're gonna go all the way to the basement, fucking storage, and we're gonna dig through until we find Kenzie's cell phone. Then we're gonna take Kenzie's cell phone, and we're gonna go all the way back. Like, I can't. And they stand there talking about it for what seems like impossibly long. Like, they discuss it for a significant amount of time that makes me wonder why they haven't been caught already. Like, I know that Vicky has her cool eye thing so she can kind of see the cameras in through the walls and stuff. But like they talk about, please stop talking about the plan. Please stop talking about this terrible, terrible plan. Please. Do it and be going, this is so fucking stupid. This is so fucking stupid. And have somebody else go, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. Don't talk about it on page. I don't need you to talk about
so
it.
funny.
It's so stupid. It's such a stupid plan. I can't. I think it's so dumb. I mean, it works. It does end up working. But we're going to go all the way downstairs. And we're going to come all the way back. Oh, my God. Louise. Oh,
You know,
That's funny.
I think this comes with just because his brain is always working on large systems, that sometimes Wildbow forgets that simple things can happen. I go all the way back to like the plot with the mayor and Coil and all that. Like,
oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
like,
10
why
million
is so much going on? Like, and it really didn't need to be. And this is one of those times where like, what if they just didn't?
Yeah. What if they just
Gosh.
saved him?
Yeah.
So-
Like, so what if they find out it was you? Like, come on. Whatever.
Yeah. Who knows? Yeah. On the plus side, though, it does allow for this confrontation with Chris and for Chris
Yes.
to insult Cole Belcher by calling him fat and slow. So, so you know,
Also, by
it
the
worked
way,
out in the end.
Victoria says he's like 250 pounds. Like, a bold statement for someone who's 250 pounds. I'm 220 pounds or 15. Like, come on, that's not that big of a deal,
I was saying
man.
he's so
Oh no,
big, he's
250 pounds, he
250
can't
pounds.
run. Like, stop, please. Come on, man.
I mean, it is funny actually. Now that you mention that, how tall is Cole Belcher? Because if he's meant to be like a big guy, like
Yeah,
tall
then
wise,
he's fucking proportional.
then he's probably it's like,
A normal dude.
He's a normal man.
is this
Okay,
where
wait,
we
hold on. I
discover?
need to know.
Did we
I need to know.
If
accidentally
he's over
discover
6
that
feet, he's actually skinny.
Wildbow has
Cole
no
Belcher,
concept of human
Eric,
proportions and what normal?
Listen, we've talked about the
It's
whole
been
thing.
brought up before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
he's
like-
okay. He is relatively short, quote unquote. Relatively short.
Okay.
So we're
So he's-
imagining
he's a short
Stavros
king.
Halkias, but with
Yeah.
fire powers.
Yeah.
Stabby
He's-
baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that
Oh,
makes
and
more
excuse
sense
me.
then.
She does say 250 pounds minimum, and he's protruded, short, and heavy set.
So maybe
I see.
Victoria's just really bad at gauging.
Yeah, that's the other
I
option.
think
Just
we've just
He's-
discussed it before
he's
about
Yeah,
huge.
Cole,
some
Cole
gotta be
Belcher's
very
like he's
judgy.
solid. Yeah.
There's some
yeah.
judgy language in regards to people's appearances that gets thrown around
Yeah.
quite a bit, and this is one of those times.
Yeah.
So funny.
oh, man.
Oh man.
Really, really channeling your mean girl there, John.
Yeah, for real. Damn, John.
That's the thing. That's how you can get away with it in the first person POV then, because like no, it's not
Exactly.
me.
It's not me.
It's just the
me.
character.
It's Cryptid. Cryptid's an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Victoria doesn't understand how things work. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yep.
Oh,
Exactly.
it just
Listen,
makes me laugh.
Victoria's only ever dated a twink. We know this to be true.
That's
There's
true.
no perspective
Confirmed.
to what men's sizes are.
Valid.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
valid.
We know that
So funny.
twinks are
Oh.
her type.
Yeah.
Good point.
It's true. It's true.
Oh man.
Um,
Ugh.
anyways,
What were we talking
yeah.
about?
They do convince Chris to lie to the guards for them, where they're just like Chris, just stop, just let us do this thing, and he's like, fine.
This one thing.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think I
yeah.
must have missed it. Why does he agree? I think I must have missed it. The reasoning here. Like why he's like, cool, yeah, no, I'll lie to the guards. It's fine. Off you go.
I mean, he
Hmm.
doesn't really care about Shin, you know.
I mean, he talks about like, oh, I get to have my own private fucking island or whatever the shit.
Yeah.
Like
I get the sense, I kind of got this, maybe this was just me reading into the text, but I kind of got the sense that Chris doesn't, like, he's saying that to try to make himself sound impressive to everybody, but like, Shin feels
Yeah.
like an awful place to live if you're a parahuman right now. And I imagine he's under constant surveillance. You know, it's very, you know, house arrest-ish.
yeah, the thing he hated so much about being back on
Exactly.
planet.
So I kind of got the sense that, you know, maybe he kind of enjoyed the fight a little bit and
Yeah.
was like, you know, all right, you beat me. Here,
Hmm.
I'll give you this.
I'm trying to.
I know
Yeah.
he says something about the like, well, if I cared, like basically like if I cared at all, I would, you know, fight to keep you guys here, but I don't care. So
Yeah,
no skin off my nose kind of vibes.
right.
That was such a deep sigh, Alan. Oh my god.
I saw Bunty right in the corner
She's
here.
such a sweet bean. Oh my gosh, look
Oh.
at her.
She's in her
So
little
how-
cereal bowl.
Yeah, I was trying to remember as well, Hannah, how they convince him. So I was looking back at 1412.
Mm.
Basically, they convince him of like, prove you don't care
Oh
by
my god. That's so
by not ratting us out.
sure,
Because
yeah.
because she's
double
like
negative.
listen, like you say,
Yeah.
Cryptid, you don't
Reverse
care about us
psychology.
and you don't care
Yeah.
about Shin, but here you are trying to screw with us and trying to stop
Yeah.
us doing something. Seems like you kind of care.
Yeah.
And if you don't care, then just let us go.
He really
And
did.
they're also threatening his
Believe
life at
that
the same
word.
time. They're also
Sure,
threatening his
yeah.
life at the same time. So they're like,
Yeah.
we can kill you, or you can just not care, like you say you don't. And he's like,
Yeah.
fine, whatever. I guess I don't
Sure,
care.
whatever. Off you go.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, they
So, yeah.
reverse psychology him.
Oh god.
That's hilarious.
You know what?
Yeah.
Look, we do love it when reverse psychology works at least once.
Mhm.
You know?
And also, he kind of has been, because it's, I'm drawing a blank on the chapter, because it's Ashley that's like, I'll kill you, right? Or
Yeah.
or is, and he was
Yeah.
kind of gone for her little redemption-ish arc.
Mm.
So
No,
Wasn't
he
he-
was there for that.
was it okay?
Because he
Timelines all
he
wonky.
was there through the Fallen fight, through the post-trial
Yeah.
stuff that happened after.
He
So
was.
saw
You're right.
all
You're
that.
right. You saw that. Okay.
Um,
Yeah. Never mind.
Which is why I think he's calling her bluff. He's like, you don't have it in you to kill me.
Yeah, you're right.
Like you
Yeah.
killed Bob, but you like, please.
But come on, we
Oh
all
my gosh.
anyone would have killed Bob.
Yeah.
Everyone would have killed Bob,
Yeah.
given the
Yeah.
chance. God, what a dick.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Mm. But yeah. See, he lets them send their text.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're right, Hannah. The more I think about it, the more it is kind of a dumb plan, but it's very funny.
It's such a dumb. The whole
So
thing is a dumb
convoluted.
plan.
It's so convoluted.
It's like the most complicated things that we could do. Okay. It's so stupid. So Kenzie's tapped in with the heartbroken children, so she can. They're communicating back and forth this whole time, right? So why can't we text him from outside? And he makes this thing of like in his interlude, he's like, "Oh, I thought I put that on airplane mode. That's really weird." Kenzie's obviously a brilliant hacker.
Yeah.
Dragon exists. Oh my gosh, Alan! What the fuck?
He's digging his claws into my leg this whole time.
Okay, that was unnecessary. Jesus.
I guess I'm gonna. Is that on the bingo? Somebody just gets a bingo there.
Yeah, that's
I bet.
definitely.
That's
Cat
awesome.
just got
Yeets,
yeeted through the air.
Well,
Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
my God.
I forgot what I'm saying.
No, we're talking about Kenzie. Yeah, you're right. I mean,
Yeah,
they could have
her
easily
hacking would have been
just bounced
Yeah.
it back, and Kenzie could have.
Yeah, they didn't need to go through this whole thing. It feels like
yeah.
we're tapped into their security. We're tapped in to stuff. We have communication with the outside world. We didn't need to go through all of that. Just go like, hey, we need to. This is like high priority. Get in touch with Draga right now. You need to get a message to his phone, even though it's on airplane mode. We need to do this now. And they Dragon could have figured it out. And this whole it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
On to the interlude.
On to the interlude.
Nick, you want to do the honors?
Yes, indeed. On to the interlude. Armstrong has a conversation with Natalie, is escorted into the prison by Chris and Croc, and reveals that he's been recording. Sveta pulls him out of the line of fire, and Armstrong gets the group out of the prison. Yeah, oh man, what a guy, what a baller, what an
Yeah.
absolute Chad.
Did any of us guess? Because I know we always try to guess who the interludes are going to be. I don't think any of us said Armstrong.
Definitely not.
No.
Yeah.
We didn't.
Not
Did
at
we
all.
even know he was coming until later this arc?
No.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Oh, that's right. We
We
didn't even
hadn't-
know.
We didn't
Yeah,
even know
you're
he
right.
was going to be around. So yeah,
Yeah.
no way we would have guessed that.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
I didn't even know until 14.10 or 14.11
14.9.
maybe.
I think
Or was it
I thought it was
14.9?
14.9.
I think Citrine mentions it in 14.9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
What a man. I love how competent he is.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about how some of this world's strength is just when people are really damn good at their job and what they do. And like Armstrong is the epitome of that, I feel like his ability just in talking with Crock of Shit, being able to like figure her out and what her power is and like how to navigate it, and just gets in the conversation like how her truth detector kind of works
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. Like he's just very, very good at his job. And it's really fun to read.
Oh man.
Haven't you guys said that the average age of everyone is quite young? So like he's probably one of the only adults, or am I wrong when I say that?
He's one of the few adults in the parahuman circle because he's not a parahuman.
Yeah.
That's actually a good question. We don't know his age, but I'm imagining someone who's like 55.
Me too.
Yeah,
I
sure.
feel like his old.
He's giving daddy
Yeah.
vibes.
50, at least about 50 is what I imagined. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
The light beer belly, but still works out.
Played by Lawrence.
For some reason, I get the idea that he's like doesn't even have that. He just like he like bikes or something.
In the beginning of Ward, he's in his 50s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like he's like the only mature, experienced person who has more than a couple of years in his job under his belt, and he's like,
Pretty much.
yeah.
Yeah.
He probably is one of the older characters that we know. I mean, obviously we know there's older characters in the world, but like that we've met.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's live.
Yeah.
Like him
That
and,
have survived.
Marquis might be kind of oldish.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Marquis is getting to 40s, I assume, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's his dad vibes.
Yeah.
I mean, Amy's 20s.
Yeah. Well, how old is Victoria again? 21?
She's 20.
No.
But she's also stunted a little bit, so she should be.
Yeah.
She
Because
looks like
Amy's
she's
not
20,
older.
but she's
Oh, that's right.
Because Amy's the same age as Victoria, right? Or very close.
no. Amy's younger.
Amy's younger. Yeah, that's
Amy,
what I
I
thought.
think, is like 2 years younger.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So Amy's like
Anyway.
mid-20s ish.
Yeah, but the age definitely does help. Now, fan casting wise for Armstrong, who we thinking? Lawrence
Great.
Fishburne, Denzel Washington.
Right.
what
Any one of those
what
Grays
great actor would
Yeah,
that can carry
either
it.
of those. Perfect.
either would be good, yeah.
Oh,
No,
Lawrence
I
Fishburne
want
would be
them,
fantastic. That would be a lot of fun.
I'm thinking somebody wiry.
Apparently, he's an overweight black man.
Is he overweight?
Yeah, no, he's
I
yeah,
did-
no,
I did
definitely
think he was
described
a
him as
little-
larger guy.
Yeah, I thought he was a little
Around
bit-
250 pounds, probably.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the correct answer.
Oh my gosh.
No, what's his name? Hold on, I gotta
He's
look him up.
5'6"
You know
as
who
well,
he-
so
it's
he's
the,
quite
it's the guy
short.
from American
I just-
Fiction
I
who
thought it was
played
terrible. I'm sorry, I thought of
in
a terrible.
Westworld. That's the correct answer for right now. in
Okay,
terms of,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh,
who's in vogue.
But no, I
can't
thought
think
of
his name
a
off the top of my
you know
head.
how much does a banana cost meme from from
Arrested Development.
Arrested
Jeffrey Wright.
Development. It's the
Yeah.
how much could an overweight person weigh? What, 250 pounds?
250 Oh, what the? Yeah, exactly.
Apparently
Oh,
he's short,
And Alan
too.
is right, by the way. Jeffrey Wright is
Jeffrey Wright.
indeed
Jeffrey
the
Wright,
correct answer.
Is a great answer.
He's
Okay.
5'6",
I don't know if
And
I knew
apparently,
Jeffrey Right.
as well.
What? No, that's not
Armstrong
right.
is
He's
5'6".
Jeffrey Wright?
he gives 6-foot energy. Oh, Jeffrey Wright would. Yeah,
That's
I've
what it
seen him
says.
before. He'd be good.
That's what it says.
He's
Nah,
not
he's
5'6".
Armstrong is 5'6". Lies. Thank you, Wildbow. We'll take it from here.
Yeah, yeah. Don't
Oh,
worry.
oh,
And
You're
in
saying
the
you're saying
adaptation-
Armstrong is 5'6".
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Armstrong.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, in the
So
adaptation,
I
he's
refuse.
6 feet. That is
I
how he
refuse.
is.
Yeah, we'll
In our
give him,
adaptation,
we'll
he's
give him
tall.
a few inches there.
Yeah,
That's funny.
5'6" is
He
actually
gets
short.
such good like
That's-
dad
He's really
vibes. Like
short.
he.
Wait, that's
Yeah.
where we just stunt cast and we get Obama in his first role.
There you
Oh
go.
my god. Oh my god.
His
But
first
actually
role.
though,
Oh, listen,
Whoa,
Rocket ship.
Victoria.
Yeah.
I understand.
my
you,
girls.
Yeah.
Fidelis, please.
Amazing. Oh
I-
yeah.
You know, is there anybody other than Obama who you simply say his name and everybody instantly tries to do an impression?
Morgan Freeman.
I mean, I
pretty
can
much.
think of a couple people, but yeah.
No.
Because it just hit me that Michael says or whoever says Jacob
Yeah.
says Obama, and we're all like, oh,
Oh,
Michelle.
yeah.
Michelle. I would blame that though on the Game Grumps
Yeah,
doing the
maybe.
voice all the time because it doesn't come from me like having
I
like
feel like
listening to Obama's
Yeah,
voice a lot.
yeah.
It's
It comes
more of
from
just
people doing impressions of him.
that's exactly what it is. It's not
Yeah,
actually him,
yeah,
it's everyone's impression of him. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
I feel like the only other person I can think of in that category would be like Arnold Schwarzenegger, where it's
That's
like
what
if you
exactly
mention
what I was thinking
Yeah.
of.
if you mention him, everybody's like, oh.
Yeah.
Once
Correct,
again, we're never
they
gonna
all
know when
when
when we have dementia
Oh my
because we
God.
just vocal stim all day already. Our entire live.
Oh man. So funny. Golly. Woo.
Oh, that's good. That's funny.
Oh man. So fucking hilarious. Ooh. Okay,
Anyways.
we were
That cracked me
Anyway.
up.
talking about stuff.
Anyways,
I love I
Oh,
love
it's
that
another good one. Sorry, Truett said Christopher Walken.
Very true.
It's another one.
Oh, yeah. Chris, yep. Another classic.
Sorry.
Holding
What were
back
you
an
gonna say,
impression.
Hannah? Back
or
off.
Steve Buscemi too. I just want to quote the Spy Kids 2
Yeah.
line every time I see Steve
All the
Buscemi.
time.
No, I love that he calls them when he's sitting with Natalie. He's like, "So, how are my girls?" And she's like, "Your girls?" And he's like, "I'm sorry. How are Ashley and Sveta doing?" But like, I love that he calls them his girls. Like,
Yeah.
that's so sweet. And like, he cares about them so much. And Ashley, because obviously, like, Sveta looks up to him and admires him and a lot. But like, Ashley is so protective of him. And you see it in the previous chapter, but like, that's really sweet. I love it. It makes me so happy. We need more like father figures in this world when everything's going to shit.
Exactly. It's crazy.
Yeah, right. Really. "Hey Armstrong, can I introduce you to Amy? maybe
Oh my
maybe you
god.
can help her."
Maybe
No.
help her get some
Mm,
perspective.
Yeah.
no, she
I mean, he
needs.
he seems very good at like listening to people and being like, "Ah, this thing that happened
Ooh,
is why you're reacting this way." That,
Yeah.
you know. And like
yeah.
he's really good at like piecing that apart like he does with Crock of Shit.
Hmm.
Anyway, I just thought of
Yeah.
a fun just real quick, just I'm trying to think of ways that would be satisfying end to Amy. I think about this a lot. And what if what if her work with Chris and these other Tinkers, they're able to bypass the Manton effect and Amy accidentally like brains herself.
Oh.
So it's like
Oh.
it's sorry.
Oh,
I don't know
Yeah.
what made me think of that, but I
To be
just
Jacob, that's
even
like
more
too good to be
insufferable.
true.
yeah,
Yeah.
just-
Oh
My
my
gosh.
yeah.
Oh man. Um, I was trying to think like the only way Amy gets help
Thanks.
is like some kind of like unholy or holy triumvirate of Armstrong, Worm, Yamada, and
Yeah.
I don't know, somebody else.
From Yamada.
I like not Ward Yamada, Worm
Yeah.
Yamada.
I do
Yeah,
appreciate the
Worm
distinction.
Yamada.
Yeah.
The one we trusted.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah, oh
I'm glad
man,
you did.
I do love to getting the bits of uh Croc's power and how her power affected her. She was a hero, but like
Mhm.
um I was I was looking to see if there was any fan art of her um in her
Vicky?
thing, in her wiki, without spoilers for anything else. But in the trivia section, it talked about how what she did as Fidelis was something that like military operations kind of were doing at the time.
Yeah.
And just that idea of like your work kind of literally consuming you is such a fascinating one for her. I
Mhm.
I will say my only disappointment because of the form she takes is the spelling of her name. She takes basically a crocodile form. So if it had been Crocashit, Croc, without the
Yep.
K, it would have been like perfect.
It
I
would
agree.
have been so much better.
But alas, here we are in an imperfect world.
I'll be honest, it
Mhm.
took me a minute to get the name correlation because of the spelling. I wasn't
Yeah.
making the link. And then I think it's
Yeah.
finally at the end when it was like, I think Armstrong says, "Oh, it
Yeah.
looks like a crocodile." And I was like, "Oh, okay, there we go."
Well, no, no,
That
no.
was
It
Well,
says she's
because
got the scales on her, but she doesn't look like a crocodile when she
oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
transforms
she
at
that's
doesn't.
what it
all.
Yeah.
is.
She
Yeah,
Yeah,
never
she
looks
doesn't.
like a crocodile.
But, like the joke of it is there,
Yeah.
and if it had
yeah.
been spelled the other way,
Yeah.
alas. You know, it happens. It's all right. We're all imperfect. But yeah, just the idea of like she went from this she was this like beautiful transformation that slowly got corrupted by the lies she absorbed is such a compelling character story.
Yeah, very interesting.
I really, really like that. Yeah, like just the transformation of no, like she was a good guy doing good things, but the work she did turned her into a villain. I'm like, yeah, pretty cool. Good. And Armstrong catches on to that and is kind of like that. But there's still good inside of you. I can
Yeah.
see it. Grok. Michelle.
Change we
Rock.
can believe in. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yep. And then Sveta to the rescue. Fantastic.
Oh, I
Great
love that.
reunion moment where he's like, I'm so proud of you vibe. Immaculate.
Yes.
He
And her like
survived.
cool thing where she goes through the drain and like she's like, "Oh, hello. Didn't expect you there.
Mhm.
Just 1 second while I change really quick." Like, oh, it was a good little moment.
Yeah. It was a great I as the scene was kind of approaching that, it did sort of feel like it was setting up him being saved, but you couldn't quite tell. But
Yeah.
I really liked the way it was written. It was very clever. And then who better than Sveta? So it was sort of
Of
perfect
course.
that
Yeah.
that it was her that saved
So
him.
great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like that he notes that she has so much control that she never used to have.
Yeah.
Like over her
Yeah.
tendrils and
Yeah.
over her body. And that just my one note was Sveta at her peak is my favorite thing Her
Yeah.
just
She-
crushing it.
She's through all the drain pipes, right? And just like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
oh,
Mhm.
so cool. Yeah,
So cool.
Mhm. Yep.
that's great.
Yeah.
Fucking killing it.
Which is why it's funny that she's in this like little asylum cell when she could escape anytime she wanted to, but she's like
Yeah.
doing it's great.
I love it so much.
Um
I mean, they're all like they could bust out at any time, but they're
Yeah.
purposefully not because it's
Exactly,
about like
exactly, yeah.
pushing their boundaries. So
Yeah. I do so we don't forget it. I do want to mention too. I love Armstrong's like brief mentoring conversation with Natalie, where he's like,
Mm.
when he asks like, "How are my girls?" and she's like, "I feel like I'm just kind of an observer to a car accident."
Yeah.
yeah,
And he's like, "Yep, I felt that way too." Just like in his head of like,
we've all
he's like,
been there.
like I hope she can push through and get there because I think she could be like him, right? Kind of that advocate
Yeah,
for people. And he's like, but she's not quite there yet. She's in the hard part when she has no idea what's going on.
bless Natalie. Gosh,
Yeah.
I think Natalie will stick around. I think she's got it in her.
oh, I hope so. I think
Yeah.
she's just such a peach, and she has such a good connection with Kenzie, and I think she just like, when she first joined and kind of. She just kind of like, that's illegal. That's illegal. This is so illegal, you guys. And like now she's like, she's on diplomatic missions. I just love it. She's gone so far.
Yep.
She's done
Mhm.
such good things. Mm.
No, and I mean, we end on a little bit of a cliffhanger-ish, I guess. Still got to get out
Yeah.
of there, but I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, no,
they're out.
yeah, they've gotten out. They just have to leave. But it ends with the like, we're going into the fight with teacher, and it's not
Yeah.
going well.
Yeah, gosh. I'll be honest, I'm not looking forward to the next arc simply because of more teacher stuff. And I feel like it's going to be a lot of strategizing and a lot of like thinking. And I just don't tend to enjoy that. So,
Unless we get another Saint interlude. Let's go.
true.
Mm-hmm.
Give me back my
Oh,
stupid little boy.
He's
I like-
gotten a lot stupider, I'd say, after being with
He
teacher.
probably has. Yeah.
He's
He's got a few more
Yeah.
a few more teacher taps to the head.
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
Lobotomy, take a nice sweet chunk out of your brain, the tucking back part.
Exactly. Bernard asks, "Who do you think came out with the plan of killing Armstrong, Chris?" I feel like I don't
No.
know if it would be Chris. If we've argued
so.
that Chris doesn't really care that much, then I don't know that it would have been him. It feels like not Luis, but who was the other guy who was really aggressive?
Yeah,
in
the other
council?
guy that's the
The other
Oh,
guy.
not
I can't
happy that they're
remember.
here.
Yeah, I would. My guess would be on him of anybody.
Yeah.
Just because he was the most like, we need to do something to stop these parahumans vibe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole dynamic was very interesting. How Shin was like, again, kind of going back to what you were saying earlier, Hannah, about not understanding the trade relationship here, because like Shin doesn't want to end the treaty because they're obviously getting something out of it, but
Right,
they did
right.
want to be like, we've got to make these parahumans look as bad as possible.
Jamin said Yusuf. Yusuf is the correct one.
Yusuf, thank you.
Yusuf.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes, thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, we have a bingo.
Oh, bingo.
From Truitt. We have Alan Rance, actually afraid for Armstrong's life. No one for a second believing that Amy didn't touch Victoria. And fuck off, Amy.
Yeah. Yep.
Um,
There you go. Nice job.
good job on the bingo. For what you were saying, Jacob, I just had a thought. So we know that parahumans make up only a small percentage of the population. So the trade deals that they're doing back and forth obviously benefit everyone, not just the parahumans, not just the normies, benefits everybody. We do know that there's some shit going on in the background with what's his face, who's real salty that he didn't win the mayoral election. And
Yeah,
we know
there's-
that they're yeah. Nueves, yes. That there's something brewing there. There's
Mhm.
something happening there. What if they are in collaboration with Shin
Ooh,
on
they're
this?
in the
To basically be like,
Mm.
we've made these agreements with your planet, with your people, including the parahumans. Well, what if we helped you add a nail to the coffin, maybe helped your society get rid of parahumans by having them on a diplomatic mission to here, jeopardize your food source, and kill one of their own. So, like, what if this is two things working together in the background? Because it doesn't make sense for them to jeopardize something like this. But it would make sense if they were partnering with someone on the other side that's like, hey, we want to keep these trade deals open, and we both don't like the parahumans. And we want to fight for humanity, basically. Let's maybe work together. We can kill two birds with one stone and keep our trade negotiations in place. And then the blame doesn't fall on Shin as we killed this guy, as we killed Armstrong, but more of putting it on the parahumans who, like, have been the troublemakers since the beginning.
I like that, actually. I think that could work. That's not bad.
I mean, I just think that Nueves is like, something's going on there.
There is definitely more to his character.
Yeah. He's not just like this pesky little guy who won't get over it.
He's been given too much focus so far.
Yeah. He's being funded or something. Like, there's something else.
I like it.
Looking.
Well, we know that he's being funded by Earth Kite. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Talked about that earlier, didn't we?
Right.
Yeah,
Earth Shiit.
So maybe Kite's in it as well.
Yeah, because there's that little interlude ages and ages and ages ago where he sits down for dinner or lunch or something, and someone approaches him and sits with him at the table, and they're basically like, so we know that Jean is a parahuman. We know that you are trying to fight for humanity. We just want to, like, offer support.
Yep.
So, like,
it's
never
every
figured out who that
conversation
was.
every slightly right-wing podcast host has with somebody in the darkness at some point. It's like, hey, we can pay you if you talk about what we want you to talk about. Or if you talk,
or chorus with the freaking Democrats.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
What if, to build off of your point, Hannah, what if all the other Earths have, like, their non-capes are talking to each other, and the goal is to get all the capes in one location and then close the door,
Yeah.
get them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're kind of all
I
working.
mean, we've talked
in
about
one
that.
location and freaking nuke it.
Or just nuke it, right? And be done with them. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so far, even with the good that, like, oh no, that's a bad analogy. We're not even gonna go there. Even with the good that some people have done to protect the world, it's been a lot more bad than it has been good.
Oh yeah,
And, like,
we've joked about what it have been like to have been a person in this world.
Yeah.
Just suck.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
for sure.
I'm out of thoughts. I'm out of
Yeah.
notes.
Well, for wrapping this up then, let's just spend a second talking about since new powers, there's only one real new power. I've always loved Croco shit. Specifically because they are a changer, and their changing thing is tied directly into the lying, like a lie detector. That like internally they are changed. It reads the lies, and then those lies feed off and form the creature as they continue to change more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not a mind power like you would have with Tattletale.
Right.
And it's
a gut power.
It's a gut power. Again, how do you do lie detecting? With people, because we've seen a bunch of people that work with screening people through the portals, and that's so cool to be like, oh yeah, I see. You've got Crystal Clear, who kind of sees things in these weird, fractured, crystalline connections and their sharp edges and yada yada. You've got I can't remember what their name is, but they can essentially see like group distress, kind of like dangers to groups. They have a
Yeah.
sort of overall vibe danger sense. And in this case, you have Tattletale who can fill in the gaps. I'm sure you have people who they've talked about, they don't exactly have mind readers, but it's just amazing the ideas you come up with. We're like, okay, if I were going to roll, okay, they're a changer and their power is telling if somebody can lie or not. How do you write that?
Yeah.
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 It makes me wonder too, just like from a purely experimental perspective with her. Her original form was a 10-foot tall ethereal woman.
Mhm.
It makes me wonder, had she not become basically a lie detector? But what if you like took her, even now, you took her and put her in like a Buddhist monastery or something, right? And just surrounded her with like good thoughts, even
Yeah.
like positive truths about the world, would that actively reshape her being? And I'm curious.
Yeah.
It's such an interesting thing, but the issue is the world is so filled with deceit or partial truths or pain and suffering that there would be no way for her to not allow that to feel, allow her to feel those feelings pretty much constantly, I imagine. Because, we all speak in partial truths probably more
Yeah.
often than we'd like to admit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. No, I definitely think it has things
That's cool.
is related. Something that Fran put in. Armstrong is confirmed to be black, which I like because headcanon Weld as a black-coated metal man, and he's kind of like his dad.
true.
I know
I've
that
kind
he's
of thought of
metal.
Weld that way.
I've always assumed Weld was black, and I know people can be from Boston, but that accent is just so
God.
White Boston.
annoyingly white. I would never put that upon a
Don't ruin this for
marginalized
Fran,
community
Alan.
like that.
Don't ruin this for Fran. Let him have this.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, part of it is
to
the
be truthful.
audiobook.
Yes.
Headcanon, he does not have a Boston accent. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
He doesn't until
Oh my
I listen
God.
to the audiobook. And again, all the love to Rain and the team that puts it together because it's an amazing project. But
Oh, they do such a great job.
sometimes the accents are a little funny.
Oh, it cracked me
that's one of them.
up. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. And some of the pronunciation too, it just kills me. It's so funny. It's actually that's funny you said that. So I honestly haven't sat down and read Ward probably for arcs and arcs and arcs now. I always tend to listen to the audiobook so I can work and listen at the same time, and I really love that. So I tend to listen on 1.1 speed or occasionally 1.2 speed, depends on how much I have to listen to in a day. So normally today I was listening to it on 1.1 speed, and then we get to the interlude, and interludes are usually read by somebody else. And the interlude reader was so slow. I was listening to it at 1.5 speed to make it sound
Whoa.
normal, like a regular tempo. And I
Yeah.
could have probably listened to it at a 2 speed easily and
Wow.
not felt like I was getting a bunch of like jumbly gibberish. So I just thought that was so funny. When you're listening to the audiobook, like it's all fantastic. Like I love it so much. Honestly, like it makes consuming Wild Bill's works so much better because it's so much fun. And also they have like some of the best like intro music and outro music, and it changes every couple of arcs, so there'll be new intro or outro music, which I love. It's really fun. But yeah. Anyways, I thought that was funny.
Going back to Croc for a second, something else I thought about, because I had originally started reading this at the same time that you and I went to the library up in Upper Peninsula, nowhere, Michigan, and watched True Detective. Its first season had come out in 2014, and I believe Wild Bill was working on this in 2017. So had time to think about it, but specifically talking about how that crock of shit had been ex-military and then was running around in rural Louisiana solving these supernatural crimes and whatnot, which just screams Rust Cole. Like that he was, I don't remember if he was ex-military, but he was the whole, like, he'd gone too deep in being a undercover narcotics guy, and like it really messed him up. And he's got this trouble, and he's always talking nonsense, and people having to deal with this shit. But it just feels like I really want to watch crock of shit just drive around Louisiana solving these crimes, and then occasionally, getting sick and tired and having to Hulk out on some motherfuckers.
That's funny.
Oh, I'm telling you, if you did like a Reacher style show where like an anthology series where he's just walking through a town in the middle of Georgia, and just has to get what hijinks is in this town this week, and then that's the whole season.
Yeah.
But just do that with Worm, and every season's a different cape, just like fumbling around in the middle of nowhere trying to solve a mystery. Oh yeah, that'd be great.
A lot of fun.
With
I'm
Croc,
hoping that's what Lanterns is going to be.
High hopes. Fingers crossed.
There you go.
Be great.
With Croc in particular, just thinking about that whole concept made me realize something I read in her bio. We find out like she ended up eating a crime boss as part of why, like, when she went off the rails. The bio speculates on the wiki that the entirety of her time in the PRT was a facade so she could get back at that crime boss.
Yeah.
And so what if it wasn't the lies she was absorbing, but the lies she was living that made her bad?
I mean, that stuff eats you up inside.
Literally.
And then she ate him up inside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's good.
Eat me up inside. I can't wake up.
Eat my...
Nope.
All right. Well, unless there's anything else, I think it's time to go over what we're going to be reading next week. Arc 15,
my God.
Well, I think it starts with an interlude, actually.
Does
So,
it? My God.
Exciting.
whatever the interlude, to 0.5.
On the 13th.
Right.
In 2
14th.
weeks. No, 13th.
What?
13th.
Yeah, 15A to 15.5. Thank you, Nick.
A to 0.5. Okay, excellent.
I don't know if it's A or not. I'm gonna double check.
It's the whatever it starts with, the 0.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
15.8.
Huh, it is
Things
15A. Go me.
Things we missed on I'll just go over the bingo. We've got forgetting who Dauntless / Titan Kronos is, and a genuine emotional reaction between the Sveta Armstrong hug. Fuck off, Amy. Alan rants. Maybe Amy has a point. Croco shit confusion. Nick goes full parent. Milk. Chris is a bitch. No one for a second believing that Amy didn't touch Victoria. Jacob is a cinephile. Cat on screen. Actually afraid for Armstrong's life. What is Amy even talking about? Hannah cries. Another prison debate.
Okay, I have a quick question.
Yes.
I did cry. If you can guess when it was. Michael knows because he always knows. He can always clock it like immediately. He always gives me a look too. Like I'm like I can tell I'm crying, and I like glance at Michael, and he's always like, he knows I know. But if you guys can guess when it was that I cried, I will allow it for the bingo.
I'll give you time to put in your answers while we do. Don't forget to subscribe to our Patreon, just so we know that there's others of you out there. And as a special treat, I'll post my pale tattoo in a better quality that I just got. So you can see that.
Also, if you would like to buy Brockton Bay Book Club merch, we have sweatshirts and t-shirts.
What do the t-shirts look like?
Oh,
Yeah, they're rocking them right now. So it's a white
how
Springer
about
tee
that?
with black cuff and
Hey.
neckline, and it is the classic Brockton Bay Book Club logo, smack dab on the front. And then we also have a Brockton Bay's sweatshirt as well, which is a little fun neon. It's a white sweatshirt with the cool design on the front. And I am in the process of working on some new designs. I keep thinking I know when I'm going to release them, and then I don't. So sometime before we finish Ward, I'll have some new stuff, but for now,
Yeah.
they're just in works indefinitely.
Truett guesses, how are my girls?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Good guess.
I also definitely had a reaction to that. I was just like, oh.
Yeah.
Victoria telling Sveta Stranger Master Protocols?
No. No for both of
Ooh.
those.
Mine is my guess personally is Sveta hugging Armstrong, because this is Sveta's first time getting to hug him with her new body, and we also don't know if they've ever hugged before.
That's really
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
Very similar to the Victoria Sveta hug.
Yeah.
When was it, Hannah?
Jacob, Nick, you want to take a guess?
I was trying to think. I can't think of anything that hasn't been said.
Michael, do you remember when it was?
I'm trying to remember it now. I noticed at the time, but it was. It was.
It was. I will say it was early on in the
Yeah.
episode.
It was.
I'll tell you guys.
Something to do with Amy, but
yeah. It did. It did have to do with Amy. The Amy just blowing right through Victoria's clearly marked "Do not enter" signs. It's her when she touches her when she's asleep. That's what got me.
Yeah.
Me really fucking, and it's like I'm like angry, like my eyes immediately were like welling up, and Michael has it pinned every time. I always lean back a little bit because I'm trying not to.
It's if you ever.
It's funny because when I'm sitting here, I can see my eyes are super like liquidy wet, like, and so I'm always like, don't let them know, don't let them see.
She finishes a thought, and and then she's like, oh, and she like leans back.
Leans back, yeah,
so
she
cute.
does.
That's funny. I'll have to keep an eye out for that next time.
It's good.
I'm gonna start doing it randomly now, just to throw you guys off. I'll just start going.
Yeah, just throw it off.
Yeah.
J-Man says, I crying too.
I'm crying too.
J-Man and me, we both crying. We crying. Yeah,
we crying too.
Beautiful.
Angry crying, frustrated crying, pissed off crying, murderous crying. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so upsetting. Like I'm riled up again just thinking about it. It just makes me so angry. Okay.
It makes me wonder now in retrospect if they didn't specifically allow this because like Amy to be in the room with her, knowing how terrible like she had been to Vicky, in hopes that Vicky would kill her. Because then it does the exact same thing that the other like their other stuff of like trying to instigate them to do something. And they're like, well, we couldn't get Vicky to kill her own sister, so I guess we're just gonna have to frame it then.
Yeah, right.
Interesting. Yeah.
Dang.
Not a bad idea.
Beautiful. All right. We'll see you guys. Anything else before I close this out?
No. Unless you got a song or something.
Sign us off.
Okay. We'll see y'all on the
Little beat.
13th in 2 weeks with
Heck yeah.
what are the arcs again before, just to remind everyone?
15.8 15.5.
Okay.
Yep, there it is.
Beautiful.
Let's go.
Join the Patreon, please come on and join the Patreon. Why don't you just join the Patreon? Come support us and join the Patreon. Please help us and join the Patreon. We have fun, join the Patreon. It's great, yeah, join the Patreon. Why don't you just join the Patreon? Come on.
Hello, Princess. I noticed you haven't joined the Patreon. Daddy's not happy.
phenomenal. Y'all have a great night.
Good night.
Bye.
See ya.